What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Meeks28 YouTube channel. Appreciate you tuning in once again, and don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And today we're going to talk about why a certain person whose name starts with J and ends with Z is currently into what one would call a very dubious situation. And yeah, I saw it coming.
In an amended civil complaint, Jay-Z, whose real name is Sean Carter, is now being accused of drugging and raping a 13-year-old girl at an after-party following the 2000 Video Music Awards in New York City. The lawsuit was originally filed in October against Sean Diddy Combs, now refiled to openly name Jay-Z as his alleged co-conspirator.
Look, I'm not gonna lie, I saw this kind of coming. A lot of people did. Nothing special about that. But look, one of the things that we all need to come to an acceptance to on this situation, there's not one, it's a couple of things. The first thing is, nothing is confirmed yet. The second thing is, it's just an accusation. And the third thing is, Jay-Z and P. Diddy were definitely at the top of their, empire influence span in 2000 when this event supposedly took place. And yes, we could say to ourselves a myriad of things should have not happened in order to ensure that this situation did not happen if it did. But at the end of the day, Jay-Z and P. Diddy
talk to him
are culpable of their actions. If these actions did take place and they can't account for it, then jail. I mean, a 13-year-old, jail. Know what I'm saying?
Jay-Z has been famously married to Beyonce for 16 years. They have 3 children together. Today, Jay-Z denying all allegations, saying in part, "My only heartbreak is for my family," adding, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case." His attorneys quickly taking his rebuttal to court, filing a motion to deny the accuser's request to remain anonymous or dismiss the lawsuit, calling it a cynical and calculated campaign to force payment of an exorbitant sum of money.
So one of the things I find interesting in this statement by Jay-Z is a clear sign that even though he hasn't released music in a while, he does have a mastery of wordplay. You got to give it to him, because this is a real mastery of wordplay here. So as far as I'm aware, I'm not a lawyer.
Oh, really? That sucks.
But as far as I'm aware, I've done my own little research. Trust me, okay? I don't look up the things that I looked up because it may not look good on your search history. But, I did that for you, so you should like and subscribe. So that way, you awesome people can vouch for me being awesome as well. Whenever, I don't know, my FBI agent comes looking. I looked this up for you. The wording had to be a certain way. Like and subscribe. So that way, I can just, rest peacefully at night, unlike Jay-Z.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
So for survivors of SA in New York who were under 18, and this is coming from a law firm that operates a lot out of New York, before the Child Victims Act, which was passed on January 28, 2019, the statute of limitations expires when whenever the victim turns 23. If the abuse or assault happened after the CVA was passed, the survivor has until they are 55 to file a claim. This victim would fit in that position because they turned 23. This happened in 2000, they were 13. They turned 23 before the CVA. So technically there is no statute on this situation. Like, this entire accusation, this lawsuit is solely civil, it seems, because the statute of limitations on the actual crime ran out.
It all makes sense now.
No.
It damn well doesn't.
And the person saw that, you know, P. Diddy was going down and remembers, hey, Jay-Z was in this room and so was Celebrity B, which we all have a certain inkling of who that might be. Okay, not making that accusation, but we all have a certain inkling. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing though, being so close to P. Diddy all this long, and I know they say it's the industry, you got da. Yeah, but you can also have a certain amount of morals, right? People have issues with, you know, Trump's staff members, cabinet picks from the first term and the current term. Like, the whole reason Matt Gaetz dropped out of contention was because bruh had a whole ass investigation on whether he was doing child. If someone has a stain, or if you know someone has done something, then in the words of, you know, Cat Williams,
Cause P. Diddy be wanting the body. And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did.
and I'm sure Jay-Z knew this was coming. Okay, I'm pretty sure he did. Did he think it was probably gonna come as fast? Probably not. He probably thought it would happen once Diddy's stuff is all done, but it has arrived. It's a very, very unfortunate situation for Jay-Z because, you know, he used to have 99 problems. Now he's got 100 problems, and one of them's 13. Shit. And then requesting to out the victim. Let the lawsuit play out. You've got all the money in the world. You're married to Beyonce, you're Jay-Z, you got Roc Nation, you got this massive empire. Let this play out. Let the lawsuit play out. You got the waiting game. In this case, considering your position of authority and power and your financial standing, you can weather the storm. Jane Doe, on the other hand, the 13-year-old, now whatever age she is, she can't weather the storm if she's lying. She's not as powerful, not as big a figure as you. If she was, we would have known who she was by now. So say your little statement, this is not true, blah, blah, blah. Then have your lawyers do their thing. You opening your goddamn mouth is not going to change anything, okay? Let me make this clear. I'm not excusing Jay-Z. I'm not giving him tips on how he should have handled this situation. Honestly, I've never liked Jay-Z. I mean, he's not bad as a rapper, an artist, but I just never liked him. But I'm not, if he did this crime, then, you know what I'm saying? According to that statute, might not be able to do the time, but you're gonna get dragged in the mud in public opinion, which is rightfully so. Me personally, I believe you did do things with P. Diddy. Did you do this one instance? I don't know. That's the whole point of the lawsuit, is to figure out if you did or you didn't. And I think people need to understand, don't come to a conclusion yet, but at this moment, any Jay-Z love is on pause. Remember, Diddy would silence people, okay? Jay-Z is in a similar position with the same amount to lose, if not more. Maybe he's gonna try and silence people. People do drop lawsuits once their name is forced out before actual investigations and findings can take place, right? It does happen. So him trying to find out the identity is sus to me. The wording was just, it was a tell for me. As soon as I heard the wording, I was like, no.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And I'm not the only person, because turns out this lawsuit's lawyer, oh, he's got a past. He's got a very scary past for Jay-Z and P. Diddy.
Busby, a prominent Houston lawyer, is no stranger to going against powerful entities. He represented 12,000 plaintiffs in a lawsuit against the oil company BP following the tragic Deepwater Horizon oil spill in 2010. BP agreed to pay $7.8 billion to compensate local residents who were impacted by the damage.
That's right, this confusing Italian, possibly Southern man, considering the last name that he has, is on the case. And look, if he got $7.5 billion out of BP, and I know that is kind of chump change to BP.
Holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that private pile?
But if he got that out of BP after the oil catastrophe that took place in the Gulf, this man might be on it, okay? Because no matter how big Jay-Z and P. Diddy want themselves to be, getting $7.5 billion out of BP, who basically has the same like influence and authority as a fucking nation state, when he's going up against Jay-Z and P. Diddy.
Yeah, listen, we fucked up.
There is a very high likelihood that he is going to get something out of this. They don't have that same move. They don't have that same force like BP. BP is quite literally a nation state. Okay, it is. Anywhere they have property, they basically run the goddamn show. That's how they work. This is how all these old companies work, but especially your big ones, your BP, your Exxon, and so forth. The top 3-4 dogs literally can do whatever they fucking want, wherever they fucking place down their shit. Okay, so for him to get $7.5 billion out of that, and now he's coming up to Jay-Z and P. Diddy, who, let's be real, okay, their biggest swing and moving power is the black cultural phenomenon around them, right? And if America is anything to go by, the black cultural phenomenon ain't exactly gonna get you out of trouble when shit goes south. It don't matter if you're right, it don't matter if you're fucking wrong. Okay, so Jay-Z, you got problems. You better start signing over them companies to Blue Ivy, okay? You got problems.
According to the complaint, the 13-year-old Jane Doe was dropped off near the Radio City Music Hall in 2000, hoping to get into that year's Video Music Awards, but instead found her way into an after-party.
According to the allegations, when she first got to the party, she was asked to sign something she believes to be an NDA, but she didn't really read the details. After that, she entered the party.
The parents have so much blame on them. A ton of blame. 100%. There is no fucking reason whatsoever. You can't tell me one. You can't define one. You can't classify one. That a 13-year-old should be getting dropped off in fucking New York to go attempt to attend the VMAs. She doesn't have a ticket. She's not supposed to be there. And I don't give a fuck how she worded her parents. That shit should have never flown. You should have got out the car with her and tried to go with her.
You stupid bitch, you filthy slut!
Y'all let this girl go get dropped the fuck off? Yeah, there's hella culpability on the parents. Hella culpability. I don't know what the fuck it is, okay? But if your parents, if you're under the age of 18, let me tell you this right now, it's a very good warning to have if you're under the age of 18. If your parents get an inkling that you could possibly make it in Hollywood or the music industry, fucking run away. Okay, get the fuck out of there. Pull a freaking a Tom and Jerry, a Wile E. Coyote. Get the fuck out. Because if you don't, you are going to be exploited in the worst possible time someone can be exploited. When you're old as fuck, you don't quite give a shit. You're just hoping that at some point death come and take the pain away. When you're heading towards retirement age, you're just like, fuck it, I only gotta deal with this for another half a decade. When you're in your 40s and your 30s, you're like, well, I'm doing this for my family, so I could put the fuck up with it, right? When you're in your 20s and you're in college, you're just like, it'll get better. You've got hope, right? But when you're under 18, like, the exploitation shit has a long impact. It has a long effect, and this girl should have never been there, and the parents are very much at fault. However, I know a lot of black people are going to do this because I have talked to people in my own family who do the same thing. Just because someone gets put in a situation does not mean the person who benefits the most from the situation should then exploit the situation.
You know, black people.
Black people, we do this a lot with people we consider cultural icons because we don't want to see them fall. And we're not the only ones, okay? Every race does this, but black people, specifically African Americans, we do this shit a lot. Bill Cosby did spike the drinks of those women.
If they're serving chocolate pudding tonight, you wouldn't want to get chocolate pudding all over you see.
Maybe they knew they were coming to be a booty call. Maybe they didn't. But he did spike the drink of those women. Maybe some of them knew he spiked the drink. Maybe some of them were like, okay, yeah, it's just something to get me loose while we spend the night together. But he did do it. He did exploit. He is Bill Cosby. It did happen. There were some people who were defending Diddy up until like the video with Cassie. There were people who were standing by this motherfucker 10 toes down until literally it came out in fucking 1080p and for us to sit there and say to ourselves, okay, maybe he did fucking do all these things. We literally witnessed him beat the shit out of a woman, and people were still on the fence on this motherfucker. Is Jay-Z in the same situation? No. At the moment, it's currently an accusation. However, he's doing a lot of things that, to me, this is my opinion, you can come to your own opinion, but he's doing a lot of things that a guilty person might do. You know, just, using wordplay to try and get the victim out so that way they could possibly influence and target them, calling in all this other stuff instead of just outright denying and trying to remember that time and make a comment on it. And you were hanging out with the guy who we all now know does the thing. It's not hard to jump from one side of the ledge to the other, but if proven, the ramifications are massive, okay? And we all knew this was gonna happen. P. Diddy, as soon as he got in jail, Johnson & Johnson's baby oil stock massively dropped. We knew that the world was about to change, right? It was a canon fucking event. Everyone associated with this motherfucker was about to go down south, whether he did or didn't. The problem is, Jay-Z was close enough to P. Diddy to know the things he did do, in my opinion, especially during that early thousands period. And again, this is my opinion, stating this based off of the accusations of the lawsuit. They are not confirmed. It has to go through the system. But then again, what do I know? I'm not a lawyer. I'm just Minx 28. This was all my opinion. And I am hoping that all the victims of Diddy and any possible attached associates that were involved all get justice. But considering the American legal system, I doubt it.